My name is Inika Shenoy. I go to Shishuan school and I'm in the 8th grade. I like playing basketball, going to the gym, swimming, running, and doing crochet.
My name is Zidan Azeez. I study in 7th grade in Don Bosco International School. My hobbies are to play basketball and study mathematics.
Hi, my name is Hridhan Muni. I study in Don Bosco International School. I'm in grade 8. I'm into sports, specializing into basketball, and I like to draw.
So the idea was to get a set of teenagers, almost teenagers, at least now, two of you, and start this project of mine. Yeah, so thank you for joining me, and I'll start with a sort of my round of questions. So let me start with the first question. It's a very simple question. I'll start with Hridhan. How long have you known each other?
Like
Three of
all
you.
of us? I think 7-8 years.
7-8 years. You remember the first time you met Inika?
I think I sort of do the first time we stayed in a hotel together. I think it was Ambi Valley.
Was it? Okay, that's when you met for the first time.
Yeah, I remember that time the horse
You probably
Grass.
got, how
Yeah.
old are you? First time you guys met. Do you remember how old
I
you guys
think
were?
4 or 5.
4 5 years old.
3, 4, yeah.
So you are the youngest one, no? Zidan is the youngest one. So you remember meeting each other. And then it's been how many years that you've known each other now?
8 or 7.
Yeah.
It's been 10 years since I came to Mumbai, which means you came to Mumbai 10 years back.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was
And then Zidan was already in Mumbai by that point in time, and he was already born when we came in. So it means we've known each other for 10.5 years now. Can you imagine? You guys have known each other for a decade, because within a month or so of us coming, I'll tell you when all three of you met. We went to Lonavala, and we went to a place which your dad had arranged for off-site for all of us. It was called a place called Upper Deck on the edge of a mountain.
Oh, yeah, I remember.
So that's where all three of you met. I have photographs of it. I'll share it with you guys. Good. So that was my first question. Easy question?
Yeah.
Very easy.
Didn't expect that.
So you calm down now?
Yeah.
Super. So let me ask you my second question. I'll start with Zidan.
Okay.
What is your understanding of the profession that your dad is in?
So my understanding of what my dad does is basically people give him money to invest in different stocks. So for example, one person has given him, for example, 1 lakh rupees, and then he invests that 1 lakh in for example Anand Rathi, our share. And then for 1 year, after a year, he informs them that their money has grown or it's become less. So if it would have grown because it's a long period of time, and then it doesn't mostly in a long term it gets higher.
Excellent. So that's your understanding of. Do you guys want to add something to it? Inika?
No, it's practically the same thing.
Same thing.
No, what I think is that you guys have to it takes a lot of mind to apply which business to invest in and all that stuff. So
Yeah.
Similar understanding, but I think my dad also advises other people to invest in certain stocks, and also he takes a certain amount of money to invest himself for them, for his clients.
So in the sense you're saying that he takes the money and then he invests the money for a set of people into a particular fund which he manages, something like that.
Yeah,
That's what you understand.
and also he advises them if they don't want to give their money to him, he also advises them
Okay,
to.
so if they want to do it by themselves, then he tells them what to do and they do it by themselves.
Yeah.
That's your understanding. Good, cool. Do you think it's an interesting profession?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Good. So third question that I had, do you guys get any pocket money?
Okay.
Question number 1. This is a compounding question. Okay, there are more questions related to this. Do you get any pocket money is question number 1. If yes, how much? Okay. If no, how much would you like to get? Okay. And at what frequency? So who will take this question first? You will take. Oh, nice.
So I get about like 200 rupees every month, which is like quite a decent amount because I learn how to manage the money properly. And then like I don't waste it on stuff that I don't need. So that time, I think it goes to good use.
So, and if you have a choice of choosing how much pocket money you need and at what frequency, you get it once in a month now, for example, you get 200 now. Would you like to change the amount or the frequency?
I mean, as I get older, I would like it like to go a little bit higher. I mean, like when I become like 15, maybe like 500 a month or something like that.
Frequency once a month?
Yeah, once a month.
That's good enough?
Yes.
Next.
I don't get pocket money, but whenever I need any money, like example for canteen and like anything to eat or like go out or whatever, my dad just provides me with some amount of money. He usually gives me like 300 to 400 per week if I need. So I don't actually have pocket money, so this question not related to.
So, if you were, now that you said you get it as and when you want, to get a standard amount of money, how much would you like to get and at what frequency?
I think I would like to upgrade it to like 600 or 700 per week.
600 to 700 per week.
Yeah.
Yeah, 600 to 700 per week. Okay, good. I'm sure Chirag and Dharti are listening. Let's hope that they reciprocate. Huh? So you are the only one left.
Yeah. So same thing as Hridhan.
Do you get any pocket
No,
money?
I
right
do
now?
not get any pocket money.
Oh.
But when I want the money or how much ever I want the money, I can get it if my parents allow, that is. And so like if I wanted the amount of pocket money, I would like want around like 1,000 a month. So that if I wanted 1,000 a month, what would I do with it? I would like most probably I would save like half of it and then
So I have questions about what you'll do with it later on. For now, it's about how much and what frequency.
Okay, so how much would be
1,000
1
is
month?
how much
1,000, yes.
frequency?
Frequency would be a month or maybe like 15 days, 15.
So 500, 500.
Yes.
Huh?
500 per 2 weeks, yes.
So I'm sure Firoz and Sana are also listening. Good. So that was my question number 3. Now the question comes in that what do you think about the concept of saving some of your pocket money? Who wants to answer first? Saving some of your pocket money, huh?
Oh,
Not random. You will get, say, imagine you get the 600 rupees that you asked for per week. What do you think about the concept of saving the money? You think.
Okay. So I think like how I said that 600 to 700 is the right amount. So if example I get 700, so 400 I think I would save it up to like to keep growing it, and whenever I need it I can use that 400. Like example there are 2-3 weeks in a month, so 400 so 1200 at least I would get per month.
So let me pause here. So you are saying that if you get 700 bucks a week, you're going to put 400 of it into savings,
Yeah.
and you're going to spend 300 of it in that week, and then you're going to accumulate that 400 for 4 weeks, considering there are 4 weeks in a month. So 4 into 4,
1600.
1600. So that 1600 you'll use for buying something in the future. That's what
Yeah.
is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Good. Anything else you want to add to that?
Not exactly buying something in the future, but like even like if I need anything, or if I like how you said that if I want anything also, it's just for saving that.
So you don't need to ask dad and mom. You
Yeah.
already have that money.
Yeah.
Good. What do you think? Who's going to answer next?
I'll take that. So,
Yes, please go ahead, Zidan.
so as I said, so So I would save from the 1,000 I would save 500, and actually what he said only like technically like that. So 500 I would save, and then after like so I would keep saving it for around 1-2 months, and then I would have around like 15 to 1,600
So
rupees.
let's break this up now.
Yeah.
So you start on first of the month. So you get 500 in your hand.
Yes.
Will you save the entire 500 or will you save 250 out of it?
No, I would save 250 out of it, and then
spend 250
yeah,
or
spend
whatever
250.
you want. Then 15th of the month, you'll get another 500.
Then I will
So again, you'll save 250 and spend 250. So then, of course, then the same will get repeated every month.
yeah.
So at the end of 3 months or so, you've saved 500, which is 250, 250. So 500 into 3, so you save 1,500, like he's ended up saving money. And with that money, you would want to buy something that you had in mind.
Or maybe, or had in mind, or maybe I would want to, maybe like later after a few years, I would maybe after I grow old, I would want to invest, maybe. I'm not sure. Yeah, maybe.
Nice. You're the only one left now to
Yeah.
answer this question.
So let's just say I get like 500 a month, which is like 250 at 15 days. So like I would save like about 150, and the rest I would spend on maybe like food or something like that. And like I'd probably save for the entire year, and the saved money I would probably use it on like maybe like emergencies when I might need money. Like if I have to go to the mall with my friends, I would use my own money rather than asking my parents. So that time I get a better understanding of how much I'm spending and like how expensive things are nowadays. So it helps me like develop.
Good. So if I understand what you're saying, so in your case, you're getting about 250 rupees a month. So you're going to save 150 out of that 250 and spend 100. So at the end of the year, you'll end up saving 150 into 12. Yeah? So 150 into 12, a little bit of mathematics that we'll have to do. It's 1,800 rupees, isn't it? So 150 into 10, 12 is 1,800 rupees. So with that 1,800 right now that you have, that you've saved, whenever you go to a mall or a movie theater or whatever like that, instead of asking your parents for money because you're doing something special that day, you're going to use that money that you accumulated for that expenditure. And in the process, you're saying because it's your own money now, you're going to be a lot more conscious about how expensive it is. And given over a period of time, you'll keep doing that and you'll now become conscious. You'll know what is getting costlier and how to reduce the cost and pick up the right thing, which is the right value for money. Is that what
Yes.
I have understood? Good, very interesting answers. I'm actually getting to know a lot about the way you guys are thinking. So this is serving my purpose for sure. To question number 5. So now that all three of you said you like to save some amount of money. If you are going to save the money, all three of you talked about saving some amount of money. Would you like to see, one concept is of saving the money. You just take that money and keep it in your cupboard or keep it in a cover or keep it in your wallet or leave it in a bank account, savings bank account. So that's one concept of saving. That's called saving the money. So that when you need the money, like you open up the cover and take out the money or the wallet and take out the money, you take out the money and you buy something out of it, right? So that's the concept of saving money. The second concept is about the money that you saved now goes one step further. It doesn't remain in your pocket. It ends up going into your bank account. And from the bank account, it ends up going into some place that you want to invest. Now, why do you invest? Like some of you were talking about it. You invest because wherever you put the money, you're expecting it to grow. So if you had invested 1,000 rupees, saved 1,000, step 1. Step 2, invested that 1,000. Now, you'll only invest if you expect that 1,000 after a year's time to become 1,100, 1,200. Now, instead of having 1,000 to spend money on after a year's time, you'll have 1,100 or 1,200, depending on how well your investment has done. Yeah? So you have a concept of saving the money so that you can buy something, or you can save the money and invest it somewhere. Now the downside of investing, it's not as simple as you invest and you will get 1,100. The downside of investing is possibly your investment may not have served the purpose of generating a return which is higher. It can, depending on where you invested the money, it can become lesser also. So 1,000 can become 1,200, like I explained, which is very good. Thumbs up. Or what if it becomes 800? Because you did not invest it right, you did not take the right decisions. So now we'll have 200 lesser. So there is that risk of the money becoming lesser or more. Now knowing this, would you like to save the money only or go one step further to invest that money that you've saved? Who's wanting to take this question first? All three of you. All three of you are thinking. Very nice. So, because Inika raised her hand first, let me go with Inika. Let's see what she has to say. And the rest of you can continue thinking.
Yeah, so basically I would invest my money because like I wouldn't need it anywhere in the immediate future. So also as you said that the downside is the money could go down. So what I would do is first of all there are professionals like you. So I'm not worrying that much.
Okay.
I would try to invest in like different stock markets so that maybe if like in one of them has a loss, the other might have like a profit. So that way my loss and profit gets compensated and like either I get like a little bit profit or I get the same amount of money that I had invested, which is good.
So what I understand from what you said is you're very clear that you would want to invest that money. The reason being that you don't need the money immediately. That's what you're saying. So now if you don't need the money immediately, you feel the comfort of investing comes in vis-a-vis saving the money to be purchasing something within the next 1 month or 2 months time. That's what you're saying?
Yeah.
Now, so you're basically saying if the money is required, if I'm planning to buy something after 1 month or 2 months, I will not invest that money, I'll just save that money and I'll buy something out of it. But if that money is being saved and that money is being saved to buy something probably after a year or 2 years, then you would want to invest that money because you know you are not needing the money in the next 1 month or so. You feel the potential of that money becoming lesser after 1 year's time or 2 years' time is lesser compared to the potential of that money becoming lesser in 1 month time or 2 months' time. Because time, in a way, is a friend who will help you increase the money. That's what you're explaining as a concept.
Yeah.
Good, fantastic. You should go next. Yes.
So I would invest my money, but I would invest it a bit slowly. So for example, I have 1,000 rupees saved. I would invest 250 rupees, and then so if for example I'll wait for at least 2 months. So if for example the 250 becomes 300, and then that 250 or 300 I would invest again. Like for example the other 250 which is saved, I will invest that 250 in the same stock which had gone up to 300. And then so then if it goes bad, for example it goes down, the 250 becomes 200, then I will take the other 250 which saved and I'll put it in another stock and then I'll experiment that.
Interesting. So what I understood you're going to do is A, you'll want to invest. B, you're saying if you've saved 500 bucks, you're saying you'll not invest the entire 500 at one shot. You're going to break it up into 2 parts, sort of, and you're going to invest 250. And with that 250, you'll buy a stock. You're going to watch that stock for say 3 months, sort of dipping your toe into the water and seeing the temperature. And then if it is working in your favor, so 250 becomes 300, you'll be very happy with the first 250. So then you'll take the next 250 and probably invest into the same thing or something similar that you did the first time around. If it does not work in your favor, so 250 goes down to say 200. So you lost 50 bucks in 3 months' time. Now you're not happy with that investment. So therefore the next 250 which you had parked aside to be made a decision of in the future, what will you do?
So I feel it's according to the situation because
First of all, will you invest or not invest?
no, I'm unsure about that.
Okay.
Because I feel that it's according to the situation, As like example, if there's a financial crisis going on in your country or something like that, then or even a global crisis, like example COVID. So then during that time, stocks would be a little bit on the downside. So investing would not be the right choice to make. But like during a regular day or when there's no agenda going on around you, I feel that you should invest at that particular time.
Okay. So what I hear you saying is your choice of question number one, will you save that money or save and then take the next step of investing, will depend upon your understanding of the environment or the situation in the country, in the equity markets and all that. So you're first going to watch whether the overall environment is conducive. Conducive is a good time to invest or not. So if it is a good time to invest, you will go about investing that money. If you get a feeling that it's not a good time to invest, it's looking a little scary, I may lose my money. So under that circumstance, you will not want to invest that money. And you'll want to wait for a better time to invest that money. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Good, very interesting. So I've got my answer for question number 5. So I'm going to question number 6. Very open-ended question. What is the feeling that you get when you think about earning your own money? Yeah, I'll sort of elaborate it a little bit. Today, what's happening is your dad's earning money. Thinking about it for yourselves, if there's something that you do, like a small chore that you do, like somebody says, take care of my dog for an hour. Right now, though, you don't have like major skill sets, no, to earn money, okay? Or take care of a small kid for an hour. We'll go out, chill for some time, you know, and you want to do that.
No, I have to do that any which is because of Samara.
Okay, so you're saying you want to get paid for your taking care of.
Exactly.
Okay, we'll talk about that later. Okay, but I'm just saying if you are going to get paid by some other parents who are not related to you, okay, and who are going to have a condition that you take care well and we'll pay you money, something like that. You could be earning money because of by doing several other activities, but this could be one such activity that I gave you as an example. What is your feeling of earning your own money right now at the age of 12, 13-ish? Who wants to answer that question? Okay.
Yeah, so I feel like when I earn my own money, I get very proud that I managed to like get like a particular amount of money and I spend it wisely and I get like a sense of value of how tough it is to earn money and like money just doesn't come from trees. So, yeah.
Good. Interesting. Who wants to go next? Okay, Hridhan's going next.
So I think I would say that like when I'm earning money at this age, that time I will feel like that sense of happiness, but because I have that mindset of spending, I would first think about where to spend, but then I eventually control myself, but I would spend a little bit of it.
So you get a feeling that currently you are spending the money that is being given to you, not earned by you. So if you're going to earn that money, you're going to be a little more cautious about spending that money compared to when you're given that money. Is that what you're explaining? Good. Inika also explained something similar. That A, she will feel proud about earning that money. B, she's going to be now conscious about how the money is being spent, invested, because it's your money now. So the experience is yours instead of an experience of somebody else's earned money. So what you do future of that money will depend upon whether you are given that money or whether you earned that money.
Yes.
That's what the both of you are saying.
Yeah.
Zidan?
I also have something very similar. So I would actually be proud of myself that I earned that amount of money, and I would actually, what they said only, I would wisely spend it. and like not how like when our parents give our money and we don't know the value, like not the exact value of how they earn it.
So like you will not go about buying Prime with that money.
Yeah, exactly. And if it is my
Imagine
money,
you save for 3 months and then one Prime is taking away all of it.
exactly.
Will you do that?
No, I wouldn't. But with my parents' money, I would, because I don't know the value.
Yeah. Good answer. Very frank answers. I like it. Very good. So this is a question, don't get overexcited now. If you are given 25,000 rupees, now currently it's imaginary money, okay? Depends on how you answer this question. Whether it is imaginary or real money that comes into your hand. If you are given 25,000 rupees, now, with the condition that you cannot spend it. Okay? You cannot spend it. Got it? You are only allowed to invest it. You don't have a choice. So step one is already been taken when I'm giving you the money, or whoever is giving you the money. So step one is to save or not save, or spend or save. So here it's no spend. You don't have an option. Straight away going to save. From save also I'm taking the next step. You have to invest the money. Now, where will you go about investing that money? And I've told you the amount, 25,000 rupees. So you have said you want to go for it.
So I would invest in. So you're asking where I would invest, basically.
Correct.
Yeah. So I would mostly invest in stocks, and then I might do mutual fund where I would like give it to somebody and he would manage my money because I am not that professional, and or maybe I ask my dad that he can teach me that where should I invest or what should I invest in.
Good. What
So
about
a
it?
very similar response. First of all, I would ask you where you think I should invest the money. And basically what I think is I would invest in stocks and all, like maybe like Apple, because Apple gains like a lot of money. So maybe like 10-15 years the money would have gone up a lot.
So you think if you buy a Apple stock, then over the next 10-15 years time, it will do very well and it will generate very high returns. That's what your feeling is at this point in time. Very interesting. Good. What is your answer?
So I feel that I don't need that advice because I think that
It's okay. You can say I don't need advice. Huh?
I think that I should invest in a stable stock,
Okay.
or if I'm allowed to invest in American stocks, then I'd prefer FANG boys because they always raise up and up because of how much entertainment they provide to their clients. So I feel they'll always rise up and give us a high income, high return. So I feel I would do that.
Very nice. So you're saying that you will not need anybody's advice. You will want to do it by yourself. B, you're saying if I am allowed to invest outside of India, it will be very exciting. There's this acronym called FANG.
FANG
What was
boys.
doing the FANG, F-A-N-G.
Yeah.
So FANG is supposed to be Facebook, Amazon, Netflix, and Google. So those stocks you would want to buy and invest into because they provide a lot of entertainment. And you think, like Inika said, Apple, you are expanding it to a set of other stocks as well. But US is what is exciting. Good stuff so far. So my next question is sort of elaborating a little bit more on this. If you are to take advice on investing this money, you sort of have answered that question. But if you are to take advice on investing this money from maybe your dad, your mom, or any other person that you have access to, of course, you can't say I want to go to a person that is sitting in US who you don't have access to. So you have to think about a person that you have access to. Who would you think of taking advice from? If you are to take advice, imagine you're taking advice because he said he will not need advice. So I will sort of force you to take advice. If you are forced to take advice, who will you take it from? You don't have to take. It's a hypothetical situation where you're put into where you have to take advice when you invest. So Hridhan has raised his hand first. So
I think my first preference would be my dad because he's a professional at this point. And if he wasn't, then there are many other professionals who can assist me. So first preference would be my dad.
Super. What about you?
Yes, same. My dad, because he is actually a lot professional at, like, because he invests, like, he has a lot of experience in investing, and like he invests a lot of like time for a lot of people. So I would take my first preference would be my dad. Yes.
Yeah, so even my first preference would be my dad, and then after that, of course, Feroz Uncle Chirag.
Why not moms, if I can ask you this question? Yeah. Hridhan is raised.
For us, like example for me, my mom doesn't invest. She doesn't like the concept of investing. She likes to save up her money. So I think that I wouldn't go to my mom for advice. But if I had to discuss with her, I think I'd prefer like a family discussion with both of my parents.
What about you, Zidan?
I would say not my mom, because she is new to like investing, and she doesn't have a lot of experience as much as my dad. Or if my dad wasn't, like, he wouldn't be doing investing, then I would definitely ask my mom.
Very nice answer. So you're saying currently dad has been doing investing for like 20 years or so.
Yeah.
Mom's been doing investing for about, or talking about investing for a year or so. So maybe after 5 years or so, you'll start paying more attention to what mom is saying also about investments. Is that what you're saying? Very interesting. What about you?
Yeah, similarly, I mean, I wouldn't mind asking my mom, but since my dad is more professional, I would obviously ask for his opinion first. I would also ask what my mom thinks about it, but like, I would probably be more likely to go with my dad's opinion.
Good. I've got your answers for question number 8. Given a choice, would you like to take advice from somebody who is doing the research? And you are saying, I don't want to get into research. I don't want to study about it. I don't want to spend time on it. I would rather spend my money on other things or use my time for other things. I'll give this money to somebody who will do that research. So therefore, I'll rely upon that person. Let me finish. And option 2 is where you say, no, I would want to do research myself, which will mean you'll have to read up a little bit. Yeah, that's the best way to do it. Or you have a lot of content now available on YouTube or social media, influencers, etc. So between the two choices, now that you understood the two choices, one is outsource it completely. Second is rely upon your own judgment, basis your own analysis, for which you need to invest time of either on watching influencers or YouTube, etc., or reading up and then deciding what to do with the money. So I think I'll go with Zidan this time.
Yes. So I would choose to like research, because I would also want to. I'm interested in investing, and like it's not like I do want to like pursue investing and like do investing in my future self, and like I would want to do it. So I'm interested in it. That's why I would want to research more about it and invest more.
So the same question comes to you, Inika.
So I think I would do some amount of basic research, and after doing
So
those,
first
that
you'll go with
research-
option 2
Yeah,
or option 1.
it's like a combination of.
Okay, you want to do a combination
Yeah.
of that. Good.
So I would do some basic research, and then I would go to a professional and ask them if my thoughts on the investing are correct. And if they say yeah, you should do this, it is a good idea, then I would go forward with the plan. Or else I would ask them what would be a better option for it, and next time I would learn from it and change like how I do it.
So if I've understood what you've said, listening to everybody by this point in time,
Yeah.
with what they are going to do with the 25,000.
So I personally think that it is vital that the only person you trust is yourself. So, but I just make an exception for my dad because he's quite trustworthy. But giving another professional, except for my dad, is not a thing what I would do, because the research the time which I put in for my research um, would only would work out for me, because I feel that when you do your own research, you know which stock to invest in, and taking help from a professional.
So what I hear you saying is, number one, you will not want to outsource investing to somebody. If at all you want to outsource, it will only be one person that you can think of, which is your dad, and nobody else, because only you trust him with your money that you are going to invest. Number two is, having said which, you will still go with option two, to research it and then invest the money, and not give money to dad, because you will get an opportunity to learn. And learning is exciting. Learning to invest, learning to understand what kind of options are available is interesting. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Very, very nice. So that's largely what I wanted to talk to you guys about. But I'll tell you very interestingly what we're going to do now. I should tell you, originally I thought about converting this into reality by giving you 25,000 rupees each, which I'm actually going to set this up. So the setup is that each of you will get 25,000 with the same condition that I just put. It is also true that I talked about this idea a little bit to people, and I got a sponsor. Now that I've got a sponsor, the sponsor is giving us 25,000 more. Good stuff?
Yeah.
So you're going to get 50,000 rupees each. You know who the sponsor is? Mr. Hridhan Azeez. So he's my first sponsor. Of course, I'm sponsoring. No claps for me, Zidan. So because it's my project, I'm going to put my money where the mouth is. So I'm going to give you 25,000 rupees each. And then Firoz is going to give another 25,000. So you're going to get 50,000 rupees. You can't spend that money. You can't add any money to it from your pocket monies, etc. Yeah? And we're going to meet after a year in October. And we're going to have interesting conversation. Was this interesting?
Yeah, very.
About very open-ended stuff. By that point in time, because you've done your research and all that, you'll know a little bit more, I think. Not I think, for sure. I think you will teach, already you're teaching me some new things. So we'll meet again. And there's one thing that's going to happen between now and then. While we set it up and we make some basic rules, we have to make some rules, no? Of how you can invest the money, etc. We are going to see at that point in time what has happened to the 50,000 that was given to the three of you. So there's going to be a kind of competition between the three of you, that whose money has become the largest by that point in time. It's okay, because see, the worst case scenario, you are going to learn, of course, but it's exciting to win in the process of learning, like in any other game. Yeah, I'm sort of gamifying it for you and making it interesting, that you can talk to each other about what's happening with your investments. You'll get a screen on which you can see it. So I'm going to create an entire good setup in which you can see your screens. You can see what is happening to your investments that you made in these instruments that you made into. And you can see what each other is doing also. You might choose to learn or do your own thing. I leave it to you. But we'll meet after a year's time. And then we're going to see where the 50,000 is gone. And all of you will get the 50,000 only once the account is set up. Now you are, as minors, not allowed to invest. So we'll have to figure that out. So I'll put all of that in place in the next 15, 20 days or so. And then we'll start and we'll meet again in October next year, 2024. What do you think about this idea? Hridhan first.
I think it's a very good idea, because I know I'm going to become rich next year.
So what did he say?
I think it's a very good idea because I know I'm going to become rich next year.
Oh wow, nice. Inika?
Yeah, I think it's a brilliant idea because we'll get an idea of how things work. I look forward to meeting next October.
Nice.
So yeah, I also think it's a really good idea, because we can learn more about what investing is and how it works. Exactly what I mean.
Excellent. Thank you, my three guests, for the first podcast that I have attempted to do. It might be a little clumsy because this is the first time that I'm doing it. But I think whether the podcast is a success or not, I think for me, what's a success is this interaction. I think I have never had such a long interaction with the three of you, where we have discussed some topic which is not very serious, but something that is of interest to me as well as you guys, right? So, and that's what is interesting to me, that I'm able to connect to you guys at with a topic where you are also interested to talk about and understand more. So, thank you, and wish you guys all the best. So, we'll meet next year.
Yes.
Yes.
Super. Thank you.